Welcome back, Hunters! I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Monster Generations Ultimate, where we're going to round out the week with another episode on the Alchemy Style, and we're also going to be using a very strange light bow gun. Actually, truth be told, these bows are, the bow guns from Atalka, which is what this bow gun is, are really weird. Like, they have a lot of rapid fire for normal 2, pierce 2, pellet 2, dazzling, and slicing, but you don't actually get access to those shots unless you slot them in to be a thing. So what I've got for the stats here are Ammo Saver, Normal Shot Plus, which is to let you actually use Normal Shot, Normal Up, Haphazard, Bomb Boost for the Alchemy Fireball possibly, Furor as just like one from our Talisman, and that's about it for like skills there. So this is kind of the build whatever set you want, but it's also if you want to use these weapons, you have to build specifically for them. So we're going to try this out as a silly little thing just to see how it goes. And take down the last couple monsters in G1 quests. And we'll go for... I think we'll actually go for Sharpshooter, because we're using a normal build. I think you get more damage for normal shots with Sharpshooter than Temper would give you. But we'll go with that, and then just go into a hunt for... I think we'll start with Tetsucabra. So G1. There he is. Yeah, I'll just go for a regular hunt, so I don't have to worry about trying to capture him with how strong the weapons have been. And we're going to take the alchemy thing back out to try to see if I can be a little more optimized with using it. Because like last episode when I was first trying to show it off, I had no idea what I was doing with it. I knew a little bit of how it worked, but a lot of the items I wasn't sure how they exactly worked together. So now that we know, we should have some better luck. And I forgot to bring the ammo. Okay, the good news is this is why I try to at least keep materials on me to always make normal 2-shot up. So that could have been pretty bad. I wouldn't have had any ammo for what we were actually going to use to go after a monster. Yeah, Atalka's weapons, I can't really speak like how the sword or the Blade Master weapons are, but they are a weird one to try working with when it comes to the bow guns. You basically have to build a specific rapid-fire direction with them. And I think Tetsucabra likes hanging out in the cave. So we'll head down there first in the Jurassic Frontier. I'm also going to admit, I'm a little disappointed the Jurassic Frontier doesn't have more, like, dinosaur-esque monsters to it. Like, you have nice things like the Laernoth or those sauropod, like, small... Well, they're herbivores, although I wouldn't call them small monsters with their sizing. But you only really have, like, Glavenus. Maybe Tetsucabra would fit in here as, like, a dino frog. I was kind of hoping there'd be more, like, dinosaur-inspired monster designs, like, say, Stegosaurus sort of thing, Ankylosaurus thing. But there's not really all that much like that in the Frontier. Yeah, try to avoid that. And shoot that... Actually, this might be a very large-sized Tetsucabra. But I was talking about how I wasn't sure what the SP meant for, like, last episode. So I did a little bit of reading in, like, the Hunter controls, and it seems like the SP changes what it does depending on what hunting style you're in. Like, for Alchemy Style, what it does is it gives you faster charge up of the Alchemy Barrel. So it lets you make up more stuff and use it more quickly and steadily. Yeah, just dodge his little trio of things. I do feel like this might be a crown-sized Tetsucabra, though. It just seems very big in this rather small area. Okay, but... yeah, I need to get some healing in. Okay, thank you, Almond. I guess just, like, giving me a... extra bit of a hand there. Yeah, we'll do charge shot here. See if I can try breaking one of the tusks so that way he loses access to the big boulder fling he has. But you can also see with having used Alchemy Style now, compared to like Adept and Valor where we had so much counterplay to the monsters, we're getting smacked around a lot more easily. Is he moving areas? Yeah, he is. Okay, so that'll give us a chance to use the Alchemy Barrel, and I guess try to figure out, like, the intended route for it. Because my thinking is, from what we read up on, we want to start making the Alchemy Booster first. And that'll help our Alchemy charge rate a lot more. And then we might want to make the Slick... Maybe we'll try combining the Slick with the Fireball and see what that does. I think, depending on, like, what the caps are for having each weapon, or each item type in your inventory, the Slick has better use for certain ones than others. Yeah, you drop that boulder. And, you know, we should try using some of these other ammos we have, too. Like, we've got Dazzling as rapid fire here. And is a supposedly very potent shot type, if I can actually connect it properly. Okay, you know what? I think I might try. I mean, I do wish Almond and Natalie wouldn't just stick to your butt end for the hunts, but that's where the Palcos taper off for G rank to me, is that they just have really dumb behaviors. Yeah, we'll start with the fireballs, and then try to get the Slick afterwards. That was dumb on my part, but I should have kind of known that was going to happen. Yeah, he's bashing me around really good. I am thinking he's going to be a crown size with just how chunky he is. No, but I do love when the Palcos use their actual healing stuff. This comes in very handy. There's a part break. I think for Tetsucabra you can break... I'm not sure if it's all the legs or just the hind legs and the back and the tusks. Yeah, both guys are actually came in handy there for once. Okay, so let's see if we can make up those fireballs and get any extra using the Slick with them. Oh, at maximum? Okay, so we got 3. We'll try using 2 and then see if maybe I can combine and get more that way. Because again, I'm not sure if the slick can only be used for like a few items. Feels like a bit of a waste. Because like, why go up to 4 with it? Yeah, we'll try shooting 2 off and see what it does. Ah, we got a flinch off at least. Okay, no, I can't... Okay, so I couldn't even combine that with anything else, so I don't know what you would use the slick with. And Almond just using the rolling, or explosive roll. No, there's another part break. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that was Tetsucabra. I want to see what it says for his size, because, again, with how much we were getting knocked around and how much ground he was covering in the cave, I feel like he might be a crown size, but we'll see afterwards. But for, like, the Alchemy Style, yeah, some of them feel like really weird things for it. Like, at least the booster does seem to be, like, worth it to get, so that way you can make something else pretty quick. And you now activate SP Mark IV, which, I don't know, as we keep using the Alchemy Barrel, maybe that just keeps sending it higher and higher? But that does seem like the best thing to get first, to really ramp up, like, the charge speed or the use speeds of the barrel. Maybe next episode we'll see what the, like, 5 options are again. Because we know Fireball is basically just shoot it out. Slick, I guess it combines with, like, some of the early stuff you might get, or, like, maybe, like, alchemy bullets or other things. It's kind of weird to try to figure out how that works. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, send all this stuff off. And there's the toad, just the slicing did him in. Yeah, I'll sell that. Yeah, it was a crown size. In fact, it was a gold crown over the gold crown. 1582 for the biggest so far. Thought he was a chunky frog. But we'll follow that up with a bit of a weird pairing and go after Lagombi next. And that'll wrap us up for the G1 quests. So let's just see about picking up, say, some of that, some of that. I also don't actually know if the bomb boost skill we have helps with the alchemy barrel, or the alchemy fireballs at all. It might be a completely unuseful skill here, but I figured it just felt like it might have fit the theme, so we'd take it anyway. And yeah, we'll go for sharpshooter and booster. And let's head off. Up there. The Killer Rabbit of Arctic Ridge. Oh, God. I still have to admit, the worst map designs I think Monster Hunter's ever had have all been from the 4th generation. Because it's all these stupid slopes, bunny hop hills, little ridges. It's just so annoying, especially if you played as a gunner. Oh. I thought... Oh, I'm thinking the Frozen Seaway. No, the Arctic Ridge is, from Monster Hunter 2. Or 2, Freedom 2, Generations... Or not Generations, sorry, Freedom Unite. That's it. You know, this map's not bad at all, even with the little changes that have been added to it for Generations Ultimate. Yeah, get that primed to go. Okay, I don't need the demon drug. I was looking for the hot drinks. Now, when it does come to, like, World, Iceborne, Rise, and possibly Wilds, I know there's been a split on, like, oh, people want to have more of the hunting preparation in place, others don't want it. I hope they take the approach they did with World and Iceborne. If you have an area where it's like you need a cold drink, you can find materials to make it just right around in the environment, so you don't have to pack for it. But you still have to have like a little bit of an offset. It just feels like it adds a little bit more flavor to those maps than without it. Like as Rise and Sunbreak showed, where the only real reason you would go around on the maps before would be to get like the spear birds. It feels like there's a little bit more personality to have, like, you need a hot drink or cold drink to be outside of, like, negative effects on those areas. But yeah, now we're going after Lagombi, and this guy, pretty easy hunt. I would say, though, you'll want to use a normal build or an elemental build for him. Piercing's not really going to work with how small he is as a monster. And with him standing upright like that a lot of the time, you'll just want to get the headshots in. We'll do that. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, thankfully, even if you get interrupted while trying to use the barrel, you don't lose the charges from it. Thank you, Natalie. Knocked me out of that. Yes, we'll get that, and maybe we'll actually start using the slicing shots, because that should give a good series of hits with it to help build up the gauges more. Oh, gotta be careful, because he's got a... Yeah, that's a... Okay, that's one of the moves that Lagombi has that's, like, really weird as a combo. He rolls a snowball at you, but then he charges through it. So it kind of feels like it loses its, like, most effectiveness there. I'm not sure if, like, maybe his deviant form of Snow Baron does something different there? Oh, actually managed to get the iframes on that dodge. But not on that. Yeah, that's one of the problems with Bullet Geyser, I find, is it's hard to get it both lined up for everything to go off correctly. And it can put you in a little bit of more danger using it, too. Okay, see if maybe I can get him to, yeah, be baited out for... almost. And again, the cats are next to useless. Like, the heals are nice when they come out, but the problem is they don't draw, like, the focus away from you for long enough. I know there's like a certain type of Palico where it's like tank one. But it just feels like their use completely tapers off. Even if you try to give them, like, say, a status weapon, they'll never get it off in that quest. It's not like World and Iceborne where, like, you would give a paralysis weapon to them, and they would manage to actually get one status proc off for a hunt. Yeah, I'll just do that. Then I guess as we keep using the Alchemy Barrel, we keep getting the SP mark improvement with it. Because now I think we're into SP Mark 3? I think that was the last thing that came off. Now I'll get some more slicing off if we can. Maybe we can try to get some dazzling too. Ooh, gotta be careful. Yeah, no. As much as it's nice to try to combine both a evade skill with a damage skill, I think Bullet Geyser has to have everything be more easily, like, combined into one. Like, instead of these multiple charges and such that go off after the fact, I think they have to be brought in more so to be going on just at the single location point and you know exactly where it's dropped off all the time. Yeah, see, there's the roll, and okay, so it's not that it goes off in the same direction, it's if you stay in the same place, it does that. Okay. Ah, bugger. Would you go after the cats for a few moments? Again, it's why I hate the Palicos. They don't draw attention long enough, and they don't do anything of value for quite a fair bit of the hunt. Let's do... What does Alchemy Remedy? Restore some health and remove status of... Okay, so it's basically just like a health bomb. And you have to stand and chant... Okay, yeah, that's not really all that... Oh! Okay, so you can move around while carrying it. I thought you were, like, stuck in place doing a channel, but you can run around and do a bit with it. So that does help offset it a little bit more for what it is. And then we've seen what Cheer does, which is basically just fill up some Hunter arts. Okay, was trying to see if I could get a mounting strike off there. Yeah, there's a second, and he'll be doing a third right at us. And again, it'd be nice if it would just be in one spot, but that's why Bullet Geyser is not used all that frequently. Now, when it comes to the hunting arts, Absolute Readiness is just your peak one to use in most situations. If you've got something like you have Valor Style or Adept Style and you don't think you'll need it, then you could probably switch it out with something else, but it's nice to have that, like, get out of jail free button. Not sure what Lagombi's doing there. I know he's limping, but... Yeah, another bit there, and we'll go back to slicing 2 for... Yeah, go sliding right into it. There we go. Couple more. Nope, missed with one of the slicing shots, but that's where Ammo Saver is a really nice skill to be able to get at G rank. A lot of your potent internal ammo, or even just your regular ammos. Ooh! I actually managed to get him with the Bullet Geyser for a finale. I'll take it. The only time that's probably been useful this entire hunt. There are probably other monsters where it has better utility, but it's always tricky trying to make it work. But yeah, that was Lagombi. There is a deviant version, but again, I'll probably not worry about going after the deviants until we've seen all the regular monsters first. Because it does take a little bit to get some of the deviants up to their G rank equivalents. You have to go through like 10 quests to get them up to G rank versions. And I don't think I'll be doing the extreme deviants. I've only ever hunted 2 of them. And yeah, they are nuts. They kind of go to the point where I dislike where Monster Hunter goes once it reaches the endgame. Because it kind of takes you to the monsters will one-shot you, and you have to be absolutely perfect. Otherwise, you're in for trouble. And it's not like they have one specific attack that'll one-shot you. Multiple just standard attacks have the capacity to take you out with one hit. Especially as a poor gunner. You're basically made of paper at the extreme deviant level. Oh, look at that for a finale screen. Nice, pretty, and even given a show for the research blimp. Yeah, that brings another week of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate to a close. We're going to be into G2 stuff starting next weekend, or starting next week, so that'll be like Shogun Sanator, Labasiath, I think, Basarios. There's a whole host of monsters to show off still. So if you have any requests for like monsters you'd like to see before others, or if you have certain build types you'd like to see me try out, just let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you. For now though, I think we've gone through all of the hunting styles, so I'll probably switch back to going mostly with Valor or Adept going forward. Probably Valor, because I like how you get the kind of like offensive dodges in there. And yeah, just enjoy that more. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.